Hi children, welcome to English video class. This is Jyoti. We are in the cop and anthem lesson now children. So let us see cop and anthem lesson. First part already completed. Just I want to recall that. Please. Okay children, let us see. Okay, in this lesson Soapy plays an important role. I told you clearly. Okay, Soapy is a homeless man, jobless man. He lives in the park. Every time he used to live in the park only. It is in the Medicine Square. It's a place, children. He lives comfortably in all seasons except winter season. Yes or no? So that's why he decides to take rest in the winter season in the prison, children. Okay. So he wants to go to prison. What is the prison, children? Where was it? It was in the Blackwell's Island. So he had been to prison. I told you already. He went to prison for several years. He was in the prison only. So he made his small plans for going to the Blackwell's Island. So first plan. What is the first plan, children? Dine in an expensive restaurant. Yes, he wants to go to an expensive restaurant. He wants to eat there. But what happened? Unluckily, the head waiter stopped him before entering that. So he just threw him out. So he did not allow to that restaurant. So his first plan was failed. Second plan. At a corner of 6th Avenue, what happened there? There was a wide glass window and there was a shop with wide glass window. So our Soapy took a big stone and broke it, but cop did not consider our Soapy as the criminal, so he did not arrest him. So that's why second plan also failed, children. He did not go to the jail. Now third plan, he went to a restaurant and he had already eaten full meals. After that, he announced that he had no money. But what happened? He thought that they will send him to the jail. But what did they do? They threw him out. Okay, they sent him out. They did not arrest him. So what happened? So his third plan was also failed. So fourth plan, he just acted as like he was drunk. So what happened? He was standing there, shouting there and doing some actions also. But what did cop think? Cop thought that he was a college boy, and college boys have already right to enjoy, to shout, to act something. So that's why the cop did not arrest him. So that's why all his 4 plans were failed. So he did not go to the jail. So what happened, children? Let us see in this video. Okay, first part already completed in the first video. So let us see the second video, children. Second part, children. So what happened? Soapy was getting more and more restless. So he was thinking of the plans. But all plans were not working. So he was more restless. So he took away, one day what happened? He got angry and he took away the umbrella of a man buying a newspaper. One man was buying a newspaper. He is having one umbrella. So our Soapy took that man's umbrella. Okay, and that man followed Soapy. So after that, Soapy was coming with that umbrella out. So that man also followed Soapy. So he asked Soapy to give him back his umbrella. So that man asked, please give my umbrella, sir, I want to go. But Soapy asked him to call the police cop standing at the corner. But Soapy did not give his umbrella and he told that, see, there was a cop, there was a police standing there, go and call him and tell him that I took your umbrella. Okay, I have taken your umbrella, no? So please, there was a police standing there, you go and call him and tell him that I just took your umbrella. Okay, I took your umbrella. So that police will give me punishment, he told. But it turned out that that man himself had stolen the umbrella. Do you know, children, what happened? That man did not call the police and that man went silently out. That man silently went away. Why? Because that man already had stolen that umbrella. He had stolen that umbrella from another one. That's why he thought that that is his own umbrella, that is Soapy's umbrella, and he went silently out. So he did not call the cop. He offered it to give it to Soapy. Okay, sir, take your umbrella, sir. And he went away. Then Soapy got angry and he threw away the umbrella. Okay, children, understood? Actually, Soapy took another man's umbrella. He thought that, so that man will call the police. But what did that man do? That man did not call the police and he said that this was not my umbrella only. So please, sir, okay, take your umbrella only, and he went away silently. So our Soapy got angry and he thought that I'm planning with several ideas, but I'm attempting several plans, but nothing is working. So he got angry and he threw away the umbrella and he was going. So what happened? Now Soapy gave up all hopes of being arrested that day. So Soapy gave up all hopes. Okay, no doubt I will not be arrested. Why? Because I'm planning with several ideas, but this year I'm not going to, no one is going to arrest me. No cop is going to arrest me. So he was vexed. He began to move towards the park in the Medicine Square. Okay, he wants to go to his place. What was his place, children? Yes, park. Park in the Medicine Square. He wants to go there. He was going home. Yes, that was his home. What was his home, children? Park. So park in the Medicine Square. So he wants to go to his home. Although it was the only seat in the park. Do you know what was his home, children? A seat in a park. Now, do you know? There was a seat in the park. So that's why he wants to go there. But what happened, you know, on his way at a quiet corner, there was a corner there. In that corner, he stopped. He stopped silent. He stopped. It was very peaceful and he stopped there. Do you know, children, what happened? Why was he stopped? Do you know, here was his childhood home. Did you know? There he stopped. It was a church. Okay, there he stopped there. He got some sounds. Okay, there was music coming from the church. And also he stopped there. Here, do you know why did he stop there? Because here was his old childhood home. Do you know, in his childhood days, he used to live there only. Okay, near the church, he used to live there. So through one window, he could see a soft light shining. So he went there and through the window he saw it. It was nothing but, there was a soft light shining, children. That had been his living room where he had spent many happy, peaceful moments. You know, it was his home. Okay, in his childhood, he lived there only. Okay, it was his living room. So he spent many happy days there. He spent his happy days there only, and that was his living room. Sweet music came to Soapy's ears and seemed to told him there. Okay, he used to stay there only. He used to hear, and he is recollecting all the memories, children. He thought of his childhood days. Okay, he is remembering his childhood days. So what? In those days, his life contained such things such as mother, flowers and high hopes. In his childhood, he used to have his mother, okay, flowers and high hopes. So many hopes were also there. There were friends, children, clean thoughts and clean clothes. He used to wear clean clothes and he used to have some clean thoughts, and so many friends were there in his childhood, mother, and he remembered and recollected all his memories. He used to remember all his memories. Okay, he recollected them. There was a sudden and wonderful change in his soul, children. Whenever he recollected all his memories, there was a sudden change in his soul. Okay, he used to change, children. So there was a sudden and wonderful change in his soul. He saw how he had fallen. Okay, then he remembered how he had fallen. Why? I did so many mistakes and I went to jail for so many years and I used to live there only. Why? So he saw the wasted time. He observed the wasted time and his wrong desires, his dead hopes and the lost power of his mind. So he remembered all those. So, and he doesn't want to waste 1 minute also, children. So he remembered recollected all his childhood memories, and there was a sudden change in him. There was a wonderful change in his life, in his soul, children. So he wants to change himself. So he observed that how he had fallen, how he wasted his time, how he had gone to jail, and his dead hopes and lost power of his mind. So what happened? There was a change in Soapy's life. Okay, now there was a change, children. There was a change in Soapy's life. So now Soapy decided to change his life. So Soapy decided to change his total life. He wanted to make a man of himself. He wanted to make a man of himself again. Again, now he wanted to He become a man of himself. So he wanted to totally change his life. So there was still time. He thought that yes, there was still time. He was young enough. I was young only. So I want to change. I want to work hard. I want to do a job. I want to get money. So I want to just settle a life. I want to settle in a new life. So he would again find his old purpose in life. I want to find a new purpose in my life, and that sweet music had changed him. Do you know? That sweet music had changed him. He stopped there, no, children. That music, he listened that music. That music had changed him. There was a wonderful change in his life. Okay, so what happened? He decided to find work, children, the very next day. He wants to do a job, children. He wants to find work the next day only. The new thoughts had begun to take a new decision. So now he was with new thoughts, he was with new decision also. Here, so he came to take a new decision, children. That was, he decided not to go to the jail. He decided not to go to that Blackwell's Island. He decided not to go to that prison, children. So he wants to find a job and settle in his life. So he wants to find a new job and he wants to settle in his life. Okay. So there was a wonderful change in Soapy's life, children. So then what happened? Just then Soapy felt a hand on his arm. Okay. Next day what happened? You know, there was a hand on his arm. Someone touched his arm, children. Okay, someone came and touched his arm. Just he is having new thoughts. He wants to find a new job. At that time, one man came and he put his arm on his Soapy. On Soapy. It was a cop. Do you know who was his children? He was nothing but cop. He was police. Okay, that police came and he felt his hand on Soapy. He asked Soapy what he was doing there. He asked Soapy, what are you doing here? What are you doing here? Soapy was thinking. Soapy wants to find a job there. So Soapy was thinking where to go, where to find a job. He was thinking there. At that time, so one man came and asked, what are you doing here? Okay, he was nothing but cop, police. So, full of his new strength, Soapy began to argue with him. Soapy told him that, sir, I want to find a new job, sir. I want to do a job, sir. So, I'm searching of the job, sir. But cop is telling, no, you want to do something bad. Okay, you are having some wrong desire. That's why you are standing here. The cop argued with him. Soapy also argued with him. So, there was an argument between Soapy and cop, police. The cop took Soapy with him. Then the cop arrested Soapy. The next morning, the judge sentenced him to 3 months prison on Blackwell's Island. Next month, they went to court also. So the judge asked him to go to. The judge sentenced. The judge gave punishment. What is the punishment? Do you know? Okay, the judge sentenced Soapy to go to prison for 3 months on Blackwell's Island. Do you understand this, children? Actually, he wants to go to prison. Soapy wants to go to prison. At that time, he attempted many plans, but that plans were not worked. Okay, he wants to go to an expensive restaurant. That plan didn't work. He wants to go to. He meet in a park avenue. At that place, he wants to take. He took one big stone. But that plan also did not work. After that, he went to a restaurant and he had eaten full. And he told that there was no money. At that time also the police did not arrest him. They did not send him to the police. After that he acted like a drunkard. At that time also they did not arrest him. Finally he took one man's umbrella also. But at that time also they did not arrest him. But finally whenever there was a sweet music from the church, there was a total change in Soapy's life. He wants to find a new job and he recollected so many memories from his childhood and he thought of doing a new job. He plans to go to a job, find a new job and he wants to settle in his life. But at that time what happened, do you know, children? At that time one police came and arrested him. He told that police took him to the court also. But what happened? The judge gave him 3 months punishment, that is 3 months prison. Okay, so the judge sentenced him to prison on Blackwell's Island for 3 months. So children, he expected something, but the opposite thing was happened to him. So every time he expected something, but the opposite was happened to him. Finally also, he wants to find a job, but this time also, opposite was happened to him. He went to jail. So this was the title of the lesson, children. The title of the lesson is The Cop and the Anthem. So cop means, I told you already, cop means the police. The cop in this title is of course the cop who arrests the Soapy for, and the anthem is the music. Do you know anthem means? It is the music being played by the organist inside the church. Okay, anthem means nothing but the music played by the organist, that means violinist or some musician played once an anthem. Anthem means music. So this was played from the church. Then there was a total change in Soapy. That anthem made him totally change. But what happened? Something opposite was happened to him. This was the lesson, children. Cop and anthem lesson. I hope you understood this. I hope you understood this lesson. Okay children, please go through the textbook, read each and every line from the textbook and write that answers also from the questions. Okay children, let us meet in the next video. Thank you all.